Midnight Soul Serum.
Hey, welcome back to Midnight Soul Serum. I'm your host, as always, Mac Black. It's been a little bit since we've been on since the last time, and circumstances come up, birthdays, sickness, and then just a change in the whole platform. One of the platforms I was using to do the podcast to transfer it over, but nevertheless, here we are. We're still here. We still got things going on, happening around us, and I decided for this episode to kind of take a break from the paranormal, Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster stuff that just really intrigues me because our graphic is so much more. So today we're going to talk about like a little bit of what I guess other people would consider taboo, and it's only considered taboo if that's your belief. Everybody doesn't have to have the same belief. That's just one thing that you're gonna have to get used to. So yeah, let's talk about the whole thing of polygamy and threesomes, and I don't even want to try to butcher the other word. Anyways, so there's differences though. There's the polygamy where you just have one person, say one man with two wives, or one woman with two husbands, or you have the other word. I think it's polyamory. Polyamory. I'm a butcher either way. But it's where you have two couples or a group of couples that have multiple partners. Anyways, I'm not going to try that word anymore because I don't feel like butchering it anymore. So, it started off, everybody thinks that it's only men that fantasize about having threesomes. And that is not true. And, it's one of those things where it's like, well, how do you go from threesomes to polygamy? How do you go from you and your significant other from just having a boyfriend or a girlfriend to something more serious to where, it's you just it's one of those topics. So let's just dive into it. I'm just not gonna do too much editing today. I'm gonna talk about it, some things I believe, some things I feel about it, and if you disagree, chime in. If you agree, chime in. Send me your take, your thoughts on it, and I gladly do another episode on it because I don't mind talking about it. So for me, growing up is always this threesome's always this magical thing, and you watch various porn situations and they have these threesomes and they go through and it's like flawless, like everybody knows their part, their role, the script, when to flip. When in reality, most times when they happen, it's nothing like that. It's like the most awkward set cast of anything you could ever imagine, of trying to make sure everybody's comfortable with this position, this switch, that flip, etc. So, like, it's just one of those things. It's like nobody. Some people do plan threesomes, but a lot of times threesomes happen unplanned, and it's just an experience that I think people should have and not be closed minded. I know there's a lot of people out there that'll be like, I can't believe you said that. Da, 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 da. And so let's say you get in this relationship, or uh, the person you're with, let's say you're a guy and the person you're with is a bisexual female. She's told you that from jump. She wants to be committed with you, but she is attracted to women, and she wants to enter into the first. Let's go to the first step. It's a threesome with her and somebody she knows, and she may tell you her rules and her comfort level as well as you telling yours. Take it a step further, and next thing you know, you and your wife have this girlfriend, and it's like, okay, what's the rules? What's the boundaries? Are you gonna set the boundaries of, hey, this is the thing. if this goes down, that goes down, we all have to be together? Or, you know, are you going to try to do something separate? Like, well, it's our girlfriend, we both just date her, but we don't date her together. And to me, nah, that's no fun. You know, it's as I guess for me, my boundaries would be like, hey, you know, if we're gonna be intimate and doing stuff like that, it needs to be a mutual agreed upon thing that we're either doing it together, or if one of the others not present, that at least they know about it. You know, or maybe somebody's sick, or maybe, you know, there's some menstrual issues or whatever, and it can't just happen like that. That's totally understandable, but it takes a lot of communication and effort to make things like that work. So, you know, you have these sister wives, and you enter to realm of polygamy. You know, it takes enough communication and energy and effort in a monogamous relationship that people believe, for whatever reason, if it's three or more, it's fine, it's easy. No, it's not. Especially if, let's say, you've got to look at all of it, you know. And I think you know, yeah, there's a movie. It's like the remake of Superfly. And if you look at this, the main character, he's got two women that he's with. They all live together. They all been stacking money. They've been, you know, building this power team. And yeah, the women flirt, but they're not openly like just gay or bi, because they're attracted to him. You know, and that happens. You know, they got each other's back for him. You know, and but they still have a deep love for each other. It's just not in a physical way. And that's the thing here. It's, you know, I know there's gonna be people that listen to this and they're gonna have their thoughts about me or whatever. There's gonna be people that listen to this that know me personally, and they're like, yeah, it makes sense. That's Mac, and you know, they'll take from it what they take from it. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to tell anybody what's right, what's wrong. I'm not. It's just one of those subjects that I don't think gets talked about enough. You know, me again personally, um, you know, it just has to be the communication and the boundaries. It's just like, if you and your wife decide, hey, we're gonna get a girlfriend, then expect some boundaries. You know, it's especially if you've already been with your wife for a while and she decides she wants to go down this road and experiment with this with you, or have this life experience with you. She's gonna want to be entitled to some things that make her feel secure about going forward with this with you. You know, one of the things might be, you know, just remembering that she was with you first, and you know, you can't just get a girlfriend and dump the person you've been with and been like, hey, well, hey, I got this girlfriend. That's a two-way street, though. That's a two-way street, you know. And it's just like, of course, there's gonna be rules, and of course, the person that gets brought in, they're gonna change. They're they're gonna want just as much attention and time from everyone involved as the first two. It's gonna change. It will get like that. I don't care how it starts off. They will eventually be like, well, you know, well, I want to do this too, and not. So again, like I said, the communication, that has to be the biggest key, because, you know, you and your wife, you and your husband, you're gonna have to sit down and talk about this extensively. And you know, hey, you can't force anything. If it happens, it happens. If you want it to happen, it will happen. Now, I say that, but that's only if you have a significant other that is understanding of what you want to happen and the things that you like. You know, it's like I'm not gonna. I've been in other relationships, and I'm just gonna put it like this. Yeah, that subject come up is absolutely shut down from the get go. Yeah, the get go from jump. As soon as that's what the conversation was about, it gets shut down. And I've been in other relationships to where they've had other women hitting on them as well as me, and they were totally clueless until they thought about it. Like 9 months later, they're like, "Hey, she was talking about both of us." Yeah, but you didn't catch that. You know, hey, some people be like, "Well, why wouldn't you tell her if that's what was going on?" Yeah, I did. She just didn't believe me at the time. So it's not like I didn't tell her. And then I've seen people openly just, while I'm out on a date or something and getting food and, and, you know, it's funny because you can pick these things up as a guy when a female is hitting on the female that you're with. And oh, I'm sorry, ladies, you give us a lot of credit. You know, men miss a lot of shit. Like if we're in the gym and we're working out and we got music in our ears, or if we're sore, our workout's finished, our focus is getting home. Man, a lot of times you'll see somebody looking at us in a different retrospect or aspect than what we're even thinking, because 9 times out of 10 we don't even see that person looking at us, and then you be like, oh yeah, she wanted to see how much weight you were lifting. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that. I will say this. Have there been times that I noticed attention? Yes, of course. But has there been times that I've been completely oblivious to it? Man, more times than most. It doesn't matter if I'm at Walmart, doesn't matter. Uh, it doesn't matter where I am, especially if I'm like at Home Depot, Walmart, or I'm getting food somewhere. I'm just not, especially like I said, especially when I'm with someone, I'm not just seeing, hey, let's see if somebody's checking me out, because I'm looking at this person that's in front of me. You know, now I will say this: currently, she's gonna point that out to me just as much as she's gonna point out, what do you think about that girl's ass? That's a nice ass, you know. But I knew her proclivities before we got into the relationship that we're in now, and that's fine. A little bit more fun, a little bit more dangerous, but that comes with her and her tequila. That's a whole different other discussion. But yeah, I'm not even gonna edit that out. She'll listen to it later, and she'll be like, "Hey, you talking about me? I don't know what you're talking about." Uh, but like I said, this is just one of the other taboo subjects that I wanted to touch on, and I don't think it's taboo. It's just a subject people don't talk about. Again, I appreciate you listening. You know, I'm I'm gonna make it up. I've been gone. I missed August and September. August was my birthday. I celebrated the entire month. Uh, got sick for a couple of weeks, and then September, my usual platform that I like to record and edit on, um, just didn't. So I'll put it to you like this: nothing went away about their prices. That didn't change. But then all of a sudden, your creativity abilities to upload and actually record on that platform ceased. All you can do is upload from a different platform. So, like I said, I've got it figured out. I'm just mostly going to be on YouTube and the Facebook page. So if you have, anything that you take a look at the graphic. Take a look, listen to the first show of the things that I'm fine discussing. You know, and if you have something you want to add to, or anything you want to share, from photos to videos to audio, you can send it to midnightsoulserum@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Facebook and send a friend request. We'll gladly accept it. That's Midnight Soul Space Serum on Facebook. And the actual show, I put it up on Midnight Soul Serum on YouTube. Um, Again, I do appreciate y'all being patient with me. I do have shirts coming up. Thinking about doing some coffee cups, but right now I'm gonna start with shirts. I appreciate the subscribers and listeners that are here with us as I work on this. I do have a friend here where I'm at that is wanting me to do some paranormal studies at his house. So I've got things like that coming up with that. It'll probably be more of a video. I do plan on starting to do the videos so where you can actually see who you're talking to. And I'm going to wait till my shirts come in before I do that, so I can look, somewhat like one of the people that's responsible for this podcast. So until then, I hope everybody stays safe and dangerous out there at the same damn time. And chime in. Let me know what you think. I'm your host, Mac Black.
Midnight Soul Serum.